Alright, this is my first one of these how-to videos, but I get this question a lot. The question I get generally revolves around, what do I need to start 3-gun, what do I need, how do I do the belt, that kind of a question. So I thought I'd go through mine real fast. There's an infinite number of ways to do these things, obviously. This is the way I did it. It works really well, it's very flexible. I'll just sort of cover what the actual setup is. So this is a Safariland belt. It's a Safariland outer, and it's a double alpha inner. I like the double alpha inner better than the Safariland inner because this is a lot stiffer belt. It's a lot more. Plus, this one also doubles as my IDPA belt. Right? I just wear this to IDPA matches and use a belt paddle holster on that. It works a lot better. On the belt itself, I just put these quick disconnects almost everywhere. You'll notice in the front there's not quite as many. A lot of people buckle these behind them. I don't like that. I can't see it. I can't get it to go together. These belts are kind of finicky whenever you put them together. The two little nubs have to go into the holes, and I can't do that behind me. I have to do it in front. I can barely do it in front of me, so I gotta see it. The other thing that makes that work, the Safariland belt itself comes with this. I don't have one to show you, but it's a cheap fabric keeper, and it's actually got Velcro on it, so you can't really move it. It sticks to the backside. The only way I could get mine to work was turn around the other way so I could slide it back and forth. But on this one, what I do is I've replaced it with an Arredondo Keeper, which is a hard plastic thing. It slides a lot better. It slides over the tip, and that's what holds it. So it's actually got mechanical leverage that holds it in place, so it doesn't come loose, unlike some of the other belts. Also, one of the things you'll notice is that the pistol holster is on a quick disconnect. So this is a Blade Tech quick disconnect. So it's a little bit of a bastard, right? It's got Blade Tech Tek-Lok. That lets me slide this back and forth. A Blade Tech quick disconnect, and this is actually a compact holster with the Invictus practical aluminum drop offset. I like this a lot better. It's a lot stiffer. It doesn't flop around on you as much. Also, I bought these so that I have adjustable tension, depending on the stage you're running. If it's a pistol-only stage, or if you're using it for like USPSA, you just back these things all the way off so the gun's barely held in it, and then it's much faster to draw. But if I'm running from stage to stage, if I'm running through the stage with a rifle and then a shotgun, and then at the very end I have to use a pistol, I want this thing cranked down as tight as it'll go. That way it doesn't end up on the ground, and I don't end up DQ'd and having to go home early. A lot of guys will use like a Safariland retention holster. I want one of those, but the new one is they don't make one for a 34. They only make it for a 17. So I'm stuck with this until Safariland does the 34 one. Then the whole, let's see, the other parts of this are magazine holsters. So these are for pistol magazines, right? And you can see they go anywhere. There's magazine holsters, and when I look at the rifle magazine holsters, I've got multiple options. So this is actually the Safariland one. The Safariland comes with holes on both sides. I don't know what these are. I kind of picked them up used from somebody, and I don't really know what they are, but they've got adjustable tension as well. I have it set so that I can either put it straight up, or at a cant. This is really good if you have, for instance, a classifier stage with the rifle where you've got, I think there's one, I can't remember the name of it, but you shoot some targets here, then you do a mandatory magazine change, move to the other box, and shoot again. And if you use this kind of a holster setup, it's very fast to put the magazine in and get back on target. If you're loaded up with a bunch of other stuff, like if there's shotgunning on that stage, you maybe don't want to put the rifle directly in front, but you need a spare magazine, maybe, you're not sure. So I have this. I can put that behind me, and then I can reach for it behind me upside down, and whenever I come out of the holster with the magazine, it's ready to go in, index the back on with my thumb, boom, I'm back in the gun and I'm going. You never know when you may need 2 extra 12 gauge rounds, so I do this. The 3 shotgun shell holders I use Taccom's. I think they're all equally as good. Just use the one that you like. These are a little less expensive than some of the other options out there, but I think they work great. They work really well for me. The way that they go together on the shotgun shells is they sort of nest a little bit, and I got little tiny girl hands, so it's much better for me to get it into my hands. So I do that. This is the new style. That's what I do, and the primary reason for this is it lets me, reconfigure the belt specifically for the stage I'm going to shoot. If you watch the guys on TV, you'll see I think most of them use this a similar configuration. A lot of them will fix this, but they're generally in better shape than I am, so their waist size doesn't change between matches. Mine does. This lets me index it to my hip right where it's supposed to go. I can make sure that this is the one that should be on my left hip. That's always on my left hip. The belt will actually buckle over on the side. That gives me a contiguous piece of belt in the front that I can load these on. Do this for you real fast. That just goes directly across the front, and then this one is on my left hip bone. Then I can move this however it needs to be on my right hip bone. That's what I do. Also, it's very convenient not to have to carry the pistol for every single stage, because in 3-gun we don't need the pistol on every single stage. But that's it. It's not real complicated. Hope that helps.